In this session, we are going to be discuss about the dictionary, the next data type, dictionaries, which will be having the key value pairs. Dictionary is an unordered collection of key value pairs. It is an unordered pair of key value pairs. All key values will be represented in flower pairs. Will be represented in flower pairs. Dictionaries are defined within braces, with each item being a pair in the form of key values. And if we want to access any values from the dictionary, we are going to be accessed with the help of key. Will be accessing the values from dictionary with the help of with key. Key should be unique in dictionary because we are going to be access the values of the dictionary with the help of key. It should be unique. First, we will discuss how to create an empty dictionary. Creating an empty dictionary. T1 is a variable name I'll be considering. So this is one way of creating empty dictionary. And if I'm seeing the type of D1, dict. One more way of creating dictionary is creating dictionary using dict method. So if we are seeing the type of D2, it is going to give dictionary. And we'll create normal dictionary by pausing the key values. A value, A is a key and I am giving the value as 10. B is a key and I am giving the value as 20. So C, 30, like this, whatever may be the key values we can able to give. Key will be either integer or it may be the string or the values. It may be integer or it may be the string or it may be the list, anything. And we'll be giving D3 accessing the individual value from the dictionary. Accessing the individual value from dictionary with the key. D3 of So just we are passing the key here. It is going to be access its value. And if you would like to change it, b position value, it is going to be changed. So we can say dictionary is mutable. We can able to change the values of it. Dictionary is mutable. It will allow to change the values of dictionary. Yeah, this is about the dictionary data type. And if we want to display only the keys from the dictionary, d3 dot keys, it is going to be print only the keys. If we want to print only the values, it is going to be print only the values. If we want to print the key value pairs from the dictionary, how we can able to do it? We'll see. Print d3 dot items. So it is going to be display all the key value pair as one tuple in the dictionary. So these are all the data types we have. And the next data type what we have here is none data type. None data type. So none, in a sense, we need to declare some variable and it should not have any task. In that particular place, we are going to be use the none. We need to assign some value to a variable, but it should not have any task. Just I'll be assigning none. In the none, n should be capital letter. In the none, n should be capital letter. Print of x, it is going to be q, none. Print type of x, none type, it is going to be display. So these are the different data types what we have in Python. And next concept we will discuss operators in Python. Operators. Let me consider a plus b. A and b are the operands. Plus is the operator. Altogether, what the action it is going to be performed, it will be considered as operation. Altogether, what action it is going to be performed, it is called as operation. See, operators are used to perform operations on variables and values. Operators are used to perform operations on variables and values. Directly we can able to provide the values as operands, or else we can able to provide the variables as operands and we can able to perform the task. So now here plus is the operator which will performs the addition, whatever it may be, like 2 plus 3 we have. Plus is the addition operator which is going to be add the two operands, that is 2 and 3, and we'll be getting the output of that as 5. Output of that as 5. Next, the different types of operators. Types of operators. Arithmetic operators, assignment operators, relational operators, logical operators, and bitwise operators. These are the different types of operators what we have. We will see or we will discuss each one in detail. So first we will talk about arithmetic operators. Arithmetic operators. Addition, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. We are going to be consider here the quotient as answer. Quotient exactly even decimal value. Exactly with the decimal value. Floor division. So quotient with the nearest integer value. With the nearest integer value. And we are going to be use this modulo division operator. Remainder as answer will consider after performing the division. And even we have exponentiation operator. Exponentiation. So 2 exponentiation 3 innocence will be getting 2 to the power of 3. So here will be get the result as 8. Here we will be getting the result as 8. So we will see these concepts practically. We will see these concepts practically. Operators, arithmetic operators. Now first what we are going to be see, num 1 or 5 plus 6, it will be giving as 11. 5 minus 6, it will be giving as minus 1. 5 into 6 will be getting as 30. Then suppose 10 divided by 2. Exactly 5 we are going to be get the quotient. It is going to be display in terms of floating point value 5.0. 5.0 it will displace. And 9 divided by 2, 9 divided by 2 it is going to give as 4.5. 9 divided by 2 we have given it as 4.5, because here exactly it is going to be get 4.5 on the quotient. And if you are seeing 9 floor division with 2, 9 floor division with 2. So we are going to be get the nearest integer value, but not the exact decimal value. It is going to give the nearest integer value. So because of that, it is going to be give as 4. It is going to give as 4. 9 floor division 2 will be getting as 4. If any one of the operand is decimal value while we are performing the floor division operation, the result will be decimal value, but it is not the exact uh, quotient. It is not exact quotient, but nearest integer only it is going to be get, but with dot 0, then it will becomes as a decimal value. So 9.2 floor division 2. If any one of the operand or both the operands are decimal value, we can able to expect the result in decimal value, but exactly it is not the exact quotient in decimal value, but it is nearest integer with decimal 4.0, like 9.2 floor division with 2.5 or 3.5 something. It is also give the nearest integer value only. It will give nearest integer value. And if I'm taking like modular division, will be giving the remainder. So 9 modular division 2 will be giving the remainder, that is 1 it is going to give after performing the division. Like 4 modular division 8 innocence will be getting 4. If the numerator is smaller than the denominator, then numerator will be the answer. And 10 modular division with 2 will be getting as 0 because there is no quotient. There is no there is no remainder. Exponentiation 3, exponentiation 4 innocence 3 to the power of 4 it is going to be calculates, which is going to be give as 81. So now see, we'll write an example program by taking number 1 and number 2 dynamically from the user, and will perform all these operations. For accepting that number 1, I'll be taking num1. So input is a method, as we discussed in the differences between Python 2 and Python 3. Input is used for accepting the input dynamically from the user, and it is going to be considered in terms of string, and then we can able to convert into whatever it may be the data type we required. Num1 input, enter number 1. So here we are going to be provide the information which has to be understandable by the programmer to enter the input. That content we can able to give here. See, by default, the content what we are going to be read will be string, and that we are going to be convert into integer because I want to consider two integer numbers. So it is going to be convert into integers. And the same I want for number 2 because two numbers I want to read. So I'll make this as number 2 and I'll ask to display number 2. So just we can able to enter the number 1 and number 2. So then afterwards addition of num1 and num2 will use the result as, so that is going to be used with this num1 plus num2. So next I'll be performing subtraction of num1 num2 from num1. Just meaningful sentence. Num1 from num2, sorry, num1 multiplication of num1 and num2. Multiplication of num1 and num2 in the same way. Division of num1 and num2. Floor division of num1 and num2. Modulo division and even exponentiation. So we'll execute this. So after executing, I have provided number 1, number 2. So number 1 I have given as 20, number 2 I have given as 5. Will be getting this. After adding those two numbers, number 1 and number 2, it has given as 25. Subtraction of that 20 minus 5 will be having 15. Multiplication 100. So then its respective values after performing the respective task. So it is going to be give the values like this. This is mainly we have to focus on division operator, which always performs the floating point arithmetic, because it is going to be written the decimal values exactly. If it is a floor division, will be getting the nearest integer value. It is going to give the nearest integer value. If any one of the operand is decimal value, then it is going to be give the decimal value as result. And see here what we have done with the help of input. With the help of input, what the data we are going to be accept, that is going to be convert into integer. What we are taking actually here is a string. The string is converting into integer. Actually we have the concept of typecasting. In the coming sessions we will discuss about the typecasting. Typecasting or type conversion is nothing but converting from one data type to other data type. There will be two types of type conversion or typecasting. One is implicit typecasting and the other one is explicit typecasting. If it is a implicit typecasting, automatically it is going to be convert from one data type to other data type. But whereas explicit typecasting, we have to provide the syntax like this to convert from one data type to other data type. Now, if we have here, we are accepting the string and that string is going to be converted into integer. We are accepting the string and that string is converting into integer. So like that, it is going to be works. We have to provide the syntax to convert from one data type to other data type. That we will discuss again with some examples, that is typecasting. Next we'll see next we'll discuss the next type of operator, that is assignment operator, which is used for assigning a value. assignment operators. So this is the assignment operator, which is used to assign values to the variables. Used to assign values to variables. X is the value 10 is going to be assigned to a variable X. The value 10, which is at the right side of this assignment operator, will be assigned to a variable at left side. That is assignment operator. So we'll have different types of assignment operators. See, C is equals to A plus B. So A is one operand, B is one operand. Altogether, it is going to be perform some task. It is going to be considered as an expression. It is going to be evaluate that expression and will be generating a single value. That single value is going to be assigned to a variable. But here, the value cannot be assigned from the variable. It will use the error, and the expression should not be assigned with a single value. Here also it is going to be give the error. This will be considered as semantic error. Semantic error. Will be getting the semantic error. Now different types of assignment operator will see. Addition assignment, subtraction assignment, multiplication assignment, division assignment, floor division assignment, modulo division assignment, and we have exponentiation assignment. Exponentiation assignment operator. These are the various assignment operators we have in Python. Now we are going to be discuss a addition assignment to 2. A value we have as 5. How we are going to be evaluate this is a is equals to a plus 2. Already we have a value as 5. 5 plus 2 will be getting assigned as 7. So any operator, a value is 5, we have a multiplication assignment to 5 in a sense. A is equals to a into 5. So that is will be getting 25 a value. Like any of the assignment operators is going to be work similar to this only. So it is going to be evaluate like this. A division assignment to 5 in a sense, it is going to be performed. A is equals to a divided by some value what we are giving there. So like this the assignment operators will be works, and in the next session we will discuss about relational operators, logical operators, and bitwise operators. Thank you.